As I've stated in previous videos, the number of times I see entropy and the second law of thermodynamics misquoted and misapplied is staggeringly alarming. If you're going to use it right. So let's take a few minutes to review the second law of thermodynamics, how it describes our entropic universe, and how it needs to be applied carefully on smaller scales. I'm the Conspirator Mind, and today we're going to review the second law of thermodynamics and entropy. The laws of thermodynamics describe the relationships between thermal energy, or heat, and other forms of energy, and how energy affects matter. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. The total quantity of energy in the universe stays the same. The second law of thermodynamics is about the quality of energy. It states that as energy is transferred or transformed, more and more of it is wasted. The second law also states that there's a natural tendency of any isolated system to degenerate into a more disordered state. How this relates to entropy is that the second law describes higher energy systems always releasing energy into lower energy systems. For example, ice melts when exposed to a warmer medium. The heat energy of the warmer medium flows into the lower energy ice, causing it to melt. In the process, the entropy of the ice increases. Once in a solid state and ordered, it is now a liquid mess on the table and disordered. The entropy of the ice has increased. Now, where many flat earthers go wrong is that the second law with respect to entropy only applies to isolated systems. In physical science, an isolated system is either of the following: a physical system so far removed from other systems that it does not interact with them, or a thermodynamic system enclosed by rigid, immovable walls through which neither mass nor energy can pass. Though subject internally to its own gravity, an isolated system is usually taken to be outside the reach of external gravitational and other long-range forces. This is where it becomes important to note that the Earth is not an isolated system. The Sun is constantly pumping energy into the Earth. The gravitational pull of the Sun, Moon, and other massive bodies in our solar system are also interacting with the Earth. Even distant quasars are sending high-energy particles into our planet. The Earth is in no way isolated, so you cannot blindly use the second law when describing it. You need to be very careful. Now, it is fair to say that the universe as a whole can be considered an isolated system, at least we think, but each smaller area within it cannot. Taking smaller snapshots, we can observe areas with increasing entropy and areas with decreasing entropy. It all depends on the flow of energies. You see, think about the pool table in my basement. Right now, I can set it up, have it all ready for a game, and it's a high-ordered system. The entropy is very low. But if I just leave it like that, over time, vibrations from cars moving outside my house will cause the balls to slightly jiggle out of place a bit. Over a century, the surface of the Earth below it, the crust of the Earth below my house, might be a little off center, putting my pool table out of balance. The balls will go further out of order. Given millennia, my pool table will disintegrate. The balls will be all over the floor, just everywhere. The entropy will be at a high state, or it will be at a low state. That's what entropy does. Now, if I take and put energy into the system, I can affect the entropy. So let's say I set it up and I break. Balls go everywhere. I've applied energy and I have raised the entropy of the system dramatically. But after that, I can then apply energy and I can reverse the entire process. I can put Using my own energy, my mechanical energy, I can then take all the balls, put them back into place, and have the entire system back to exactly the way it was before all of this happened. That is proof that my pool table is not an isolated system, just like the Earth. So to sum up, flat earthers, you really need to be careful. You really need to learn your second law of thermodynamics. You really need to learn how entropy works. You really need to learn what an isolated system is. Your examples don't work. Your examples are not within the second law of thermodynamics. I'm sorry. The Earth is not an isolated system. You cannot use entropy as a proof. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something about entropy, second law of thermodynamics. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If not, then tell me how I could have done it better. In the meantime, thanks for watching and enjoy.